I would probably do third person as well. The franchise is just known for that. But if there's a VR option, I think I'll play it in VR. Here's the thing I was going to say, though, is that they were like, you're less inclined. I'm going to kind of pause for a second and just kind of talk about this, get my thought across, because I don't want to talk in the middle of something happening. But you're less inclined to be scared if your protagonist already has this kind of attitude and like has this kind of like, I guess, vibe to them that doesn't show that. Like Leon would be in a room, if he walks in a room and sees something fucking terrifying, he's going to be more inclined to be like, yeah, I can take this fucking thing down, like you see in Resident Evil 4 Remake. Like, doesn't mean that that game's not scary. That's why I'm kind of on the fence when they said that. It's because I'm like, I was like, Resident Evil 4 was still scary at times, even though we had this badass protagonist, but I kind of see what they're going for. Sure. They're like, we're trying to go back to more of like, we want this kind of like loop, this addictive horror loop, where it's like, we want to put you in a situation that's terrifying, and then once you as the player get through that, like you almost get this like reward for like conquering that fear to move on to the next thing. And I was like, that's kind of a cool idea. I like that a lot. But I don't want it to be like our main protagonist doesn't know how to shoot a gun and it becomes like an Outlast sim. Kind of like Resident Evil 7 kind of felt like that at times, where it's like more about hiding than it was about combat, you know? And so I hope that there's still an element of combat in that game. That's why I'm kind of reserved on my hype, is like, I'm like, like don't make it like Outlast or Amnesia. You know, I don't want it, because Resident Evil isn't that. Sure. Like, so I'm like kind of hesitant on that. I'm like, yes, make it scary. I'm like, I love that. Like, that's the best part of 7, is that it was scary. The worst part of 7 is that everything else that makes a Resident Evil game was kind of lacking in that, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I like Resident Evil 8 more, even though people are mixed on 8. I think you're all wrong. I think Resident Evil 8 is great. And it feels like it's because it takes the horror, like it's not as scary as 7, but that game felt more like Resident Evil to me.
Okay.
It makes sense. Like, it's got that Metroidvania stuff, backtracking. I need this key to get in this room, and there's going to be a couple enemies in the way of me doing that, and I don't have all the ammo I need.
I can't speak for the entirety of 7, but in, like, the main house of 7,
right,
like, I really felt that Metroidvania.
And there was that there.
But maybe more fleeting than 8.
But there was just more moments in 7 where it was like, there wasn't that many zombies. Like, there were some sections where there were zombies, and there was that part with Chris at the end, too. But there was a lot of just, like, the Baker family's, like, walking around the house, and you need to hide from them. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't mind that in games. It just, I felt like that was kind of taking away from what I felt like Resident Evil should be.
Kind of divorced from it. Okay.
With that being said, I know that's a lot of criticisms towards 7. I know there's fans out there that love that game. I still think it's a great game.
Is there grass around here? Is there?
Yeah, I know. That's what I was just thinking. We haven't seen an herb in a while. I've been looking. Trust me.
You have fart spray on you.
Oh, I do. When the fuck did I get that?
I think you had that for a little while, buddy.
Did I? I didn't see it.
What you were saying about like the capacity to conquer fear in those games, and like them pitching that as like, we want this to be addicting. I'll wait.
Identify yourself.
Annette Birkin.
She's who we're looking for?
Not much time. Need to dispose of it. We're here for the G virus.
You're here for the G unit.
I'm warning you, Doctor.
G virus.
Hey!
Stop! You'll never get the G virus. Didn't expect that from a scientist. Leon.
I hope Leon's in 9. I know people were kind of like, you get a lot of Leon. I'm like, yeah, but he's probably the best character in the franchise. Like, because his development's super interesting, I think, you know?
What I was saying was, like the addiction aspect that they're trying to pitch to you. Oh, she just removed the coat, right? Like, why are you wearing this, baby face?
In pursuit of Annette.
God damn.
If it's not on her,
You know, she's not the reason I like Asian ladies, but
You got that Asian persuasion, dude.
she definitely
Once it's in
doesn't
hand,
help.
call for extraction.
Let's say that, you know what I'm saying?
God damn, she is a cutie though. Fuck. So what were you saying though?
The pitch of the addiction aspect of like surmounting your fears to get through whatever given obstacle in RE9. Like that's like a big pitching point. With that said though, and this is just kind of like adding on that, I would equally like for them to like, yeah, you got past your fear in that instance, but now you have to elect to throw yourself back in it. Like by choice or whatever.
Yeah.
Like because like it's one thing like in real life to deal with a fear out of happenstance, like you're forced to deal with your fear, but it's completely different when you elect to like put yourself in the line of fear.
Right.
And if there's a way to like
It's secret weapon time.
draw that out of you in the game, I would equally love that as well. Like, do you know what I mean by that?
Kind of. Elaborate a little more.
Where like, okay, so like, let's say like you have a fear, you have a fear of like open bodies of water.
Sure.
It's like, okay, like, it would be one thing for you to experience that fear if I were to blindfold you and take you on a boat. But you instead electing to go on the boat in the middle of the ocean of your own volition instead is completely different. It's you facing your fear. It's not like,
Right.
oh shucks, I guess I'm here now. It's like, okay, like I conquered this thing and there's this big bad thing that I happen to interact with.
But you like kind of choosing to
Yeah, where it's-
like conquer it.
Yeah, it's like, oh damn, I got out of that situation. It's like, oh, but like you hear the scream of like your comrade. I'm like, I gotta go back in there. Like I can't just leave them. Like if they can force that feeling out of you and make it feel as if it's your own choice, like that's what getting through fear actually is.
Right. Yeah, I see that. 100%.
How you would get that to come across?
I think they would be smart because the other thing about Resident Evil 9 too is that supposedly it's going to be kind of open world, which would be first for Resident Evil. With Raccoon City being almost like fully explorable, which I think that's a cool idea. If they took notes out of Silent Hill 2's book with that, I think that could work really well because Silent Hill 2 is kind of like that too, where you explore most of Silent Hill.
Gotta...
What the fuck? But if they kind of approached it that way and kind of made Raccoon City its own character in a way, that would be really cool. What I think would also be really cool is that if they're, which I'm sure they're holding back a lot of what that game's going to be. I already put in a request last week, but we absolutely must have a replacement ID wristband. All right, yeah. But if they made like the first half of that game feel more like an old school classic Resident Evil game with her, and then the second half of that game feel more like an action horror game, and just make that game a hybrid of like the best elements of every Resident Evil game, I feel like that'd be the perfect send-off. Supposedly it's the last like late entry of Resident Evil. Like 9's supposed to be the last one, from what I hear.
Okay.
So if that's true, I mean that's how I would approach that. But I mean, I'm still really excited for it either way. I think it's, I have faith it's gonna be really good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like I've kind of been like big gaming in my own respect, and a lot of that's been aided by the fact that I've been streaming like a lot lately.
Oh yeah, dude, that's what's up.
And it's really been aiding me in playing like a lot of games, and I do have like Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6 in my like.
I hate to do this, but I need to turn up the brightness just a tad.
No, you are all good, yo.
I don't know why I made it so fucking dark.
Immersiveness. Maybe the last time you played, when you played solo, you were just kind of like locked in. Yeah, but no, I've actually been like tearing through a lot of games, and I do have Resident Evil 5 and 6 and 7 in my Steam library.
Nice.
And even like Revelations 1 and 2. Oh my god. Damn,
oh my
he is not
God,
done.
Jesus Christ.
There we are. Yeah, and honestly, like streaming has been the most I've been like enjoying games in in a while. Like
Nice, man. That's good to
I've
hear.
been playing like a lot of good stuff. You know, I breezed through Ultra Kill. Like I've been playing a lot of Breath of Fire 4 on stream. I played through God of War at your recommendation. I played through Silent Hill 2. Yeah, that guy's just fucking vibing.
Me trying to do a gainer and miss the pool.
I would just miss the diving board.
Yeah.
I feel like I played through the Doom games, 2016 and Eternal. Like I feel like I've been tearing through like a lot of stuff. Not like at crazy speed, but like at a decent pace for myself. And yeah, streaming has just been like super enjoyable, and that's where all my like single player time has been going.
Nice, man.
Other than that, I mean, it's just kind of business as usual for fighting games. I've been playing a shit ton of fighting games as well, like just been enjoying the shit out of that as well.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. Nice dodge, jeez. I actually just got done watching a tournament, which was really cool. It's called SAJAM Slam. It's hosted by SAJAM. He is a fighting game commentator. God fucking bitch. Yeah, get off me, whore. Which it's kind of crazy to see, like, cause I've watched SAJAM for like a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like he started out in like the Street Fighter 4 era, like playing a bunch of other fighting games as well. If you need to turn up the brightness more so you can actually see these fences, go for it.
For fucking real, I'm like, Jesus, dude.
I could always change stuff in editing to make it look.
Well, it's just... Has the game always been this fucking dark, or am I just getting more blind as I get older?
It's a little tough for me to see even as well.
Oh God, at least I figured it out.
But it's just... Oh.
This fucking hoe.
Kind of got that walk for real.
Got that thing, dude.
It's just kind of crazy to see, like, through the passage of time, where like someone starts out as a commentator, playing the games that you play just like you, and then yeah, moves on to doing commentary work, moves on to going like, and does commentary work at like a local scale, where it's like, oh, you commentate your local, and then moving on to like bigger scales of like, oh, they're commentating this big tournament, oh, they're commentating the top 8 of this big tournament, and then you know, it's like, oh,
oh, that's fucking...
YouTube game is like popping off, and now they have a tournament of their own that they're running, and then fucking what's it called?
That's way better, right?
Oh, most definitely. I could actually... Holy
shit.
That's not way better. Oh, we're fucked. I forgot. What happens here?
What the fuck am I supposed to do?
You have to use use your thingy.
Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at?
I think you're going to die, boy.
Shit. I think you're right.
It's bad. Majin Buu in the building.
Where's he going?
But oh my Jesus
God, I should've
Christ!
fucking...
Me when dinner's not ready. Holy shit,
dude.
But even the reason I brought this up is like, one, yeah, it's cool to see like a content creator I watch like make it that far to where even now they're hosting their own tournament, but also it was partnered with Capcom. Capcom was like, oh, hey, you're doing this tournament, we're gonna help you with a grand prize to send the 2 winning teams to EVO this year, which is the biggest fighting game event of the year, the biggest fighting game tournament. The first and second place teams, they're gonna go to EVO on us. And I'm just like, you know, it's fitting because we're talking about Capcom and stuff, and Capcom kind of the GOAT. Like I said it time and time again, but they are that publisher right now.
Oh, I thought he was the other way.
Christmas nuts.
Fuck me.
This roleplay is getting a little bit too intense right now. Goddamn.
Yeah.
When she said she likes it rough, this is not what she meant. You got this, baby. You squeeze through there? How the fuck?
No. Oh. Wait, is there a fucking herb down here?
I
Please?
hope the fuck so. Nope. Guess you're just gonna be hobbling for a little bit.
No, but that is really cool. I mean, just reason number 1,000 why Capcom's the GOAT, right? Like, honestly.
But also, like, it's cool in that, like, in a respect as well, because, like, the first SAJAM Slam was Tekken, and then it moved over into Street Fighter, because everyone's like, oh, I want to give Street Fighter a try, which is awesome. And the SAJAM Slam is cool in itself, just in concept, which is taking streamers that are not fighting game streamers, and then pairing them in, like, teams, but those teams have a, like, professional coach. Like actual professional players from the fighting game scene and then they like do a team style tournament where it's just like, all right, the worst player on this team fights the worst player on this team, all right, the second worst player on this team fights the second worst player on this team, and it's in like a points-based format. And the first couple were all out of SAJAM's pocket, and then, well, actually I think they had a Chipotle sponsor or something like that. That also helped. But, yeah, and then...
For the most part, it was out of his pocket.
Exactly. And then the fact that, like, Capcom then comes along and is like, all right, you've proven the concept works. All right, time to deal with fire, by the way. You're going to get lit ablaze here.
Forget... Oh, yeah, yeah. We used the little thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bravo.
Kind of hot, though.
I'm gonna burn you alive now.
You'll never get your filthy hands on the G.
I'm not the only one after it.
Like, it gets
You realize that?
people that wouldn't be, like, have never really touched a fighting game into the scene. It's like, oh, wait, this is actually really fucking sick. And then, like, it's so smart in concept, too, because it's like this, like, self-feeding system where these streamers is like, all right, who the fuck is a SAJAM guy? And then SAJAM's building his audience with, like, people that know nothing about the fighting game scene, and then it goes vice versa. Like SAJAM's and all these other content creators scenes are checking out each other and all the other players, and then the coaches as well, and it's getting more eyes on everyone collectively. And then, like, let's say, like, the team that wins goes... Oh, you're about to run
Yeah,
out.
I'm gonna die. By the time I actually figured it out.
Yeah, I remember this being a little annoying. I mean, you might still be able to get it, maybe.
I don't know.
It's gonna be close. Come on, baby. No.
No.
Close, though. Damn!
That's wild.
Nail biter. So, like, let's say the two teams that won got first and second. It's like, all right, these teams and these people are sent to EVO. I now have vested interest in EVO because my streamer is going there.
Right.
And it's like, okay, like, let me pay attention to how they're doing. Like, okay, you know, they got eliminated, but their teammates are still in. So, like, let me keep my eyes on this thing. It's
Right.
like, okay, all their teammates got eliminated, but their coach, like the professional player, is still in. It's like, all right, let me see their run. It's like, oh, they got taken out by this, like, Daigo Umehara? Who the fuck is that? And then they find out more about the scene, like inadvertently. And I'm
Just
like, this
getting
is
more
so
involved. Yeah.
smart on so many different levels. And I just wanted to, like, glaze that a little bit.
Yeah, no, that is actually way cool. Would you say, just a little off topic,
By all
would you
means.
say Street Fighter and Resident Evil are probably the two biggest franchises for Capcom, right?
No.
What would be number one, you think?
Resident Evil for sure. But maybe like Mega Man?
You think it's bigger than Street Fighter?
I don't know. No, maybe you're probably right.
You lost.
I'm trying to think of all of Capcom's IPs.
I mean, they have tons of them, but I think those are the two that have been around the longest and been the most successful, right?
I still think of fighting games as like this niche thing in my mind, even though it's kind of like it was big.
I don't think it's as niche anymore as you think, man.
I think there was a dip in the early 2000s, and then I think we're kind of back on the upswing.
Did you see that one of the free monthly games for PlayStation as a fighting game?
Yeah, it's don't tell me. It's an SNK game. God damn it. King of Fighters 15.
Yeah.
Wish I could talk about SNK a little bit. We'll talk about that in a second. Dude, I don't know if this is one of those leave it in kind of things. You know where he's at. What the fuck? You left him pretty much dead.
You know, it'd be hella funny. He shows up wearing her coat.
Wearing, like, the same dress as her. It's like, this is awkward.
He shows up wearing the same dress.
Yeah, dude. I think you could
That's
rock
hella
it.
funny.
But, dude, SNK...
You're not the only one that looks good in red.
SNK is in such, like, a weird spot right now. Where, like, SNK was one of, like, Capcom's primary competitors in, like, the fighting game space. But they did have crossover as well with Capcom versus SNK. Which were, like, really cool games. They actually just had a fighting collection with Capcom versus SNK 1 and 2 in it as well. Like, cool games. I haven't played them myself, but they're rad. I know what they've done for the history of the scene. But SNK is primarily known for King of Fighters and Fatal Fury. I'm not sure if you're familiar with those games.
Not King of Fighters, but I've heard of Fatal Fury.
King of Fighters is massive everywhere except the US.
Okay.
Like, Europe, Japan, fucking Puerto Rico, like the Dominican Republic at large, like everywhere else except the US, King of Fighters, like, is that shit. You know, it's Street Fighter's, like, you know, Street Fighter's obviously big. It's just King of Fighters is it's not even bigger than Street Fighter. It's just much more well known everywhere else.
Sure.
So SNK has gone pretty dormant since like Final Fantasy 15. Like, there was a lot of hype leading up to Final Fantasy 15, but after it came out, you know, the community that's dedicated to not Final Fantasy, King of Fighters is...
I was gonna say, what are we talking? Final Fantasy.
My fault.
No, you're good. You're good.
The community that's dedicated towards King of Fighters is, like, still dedicated towards that scene. You know, there's always talks of, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get into King of Fighters when 15 drops, but the people that play King of Fighters, it's like the same community still. I'm sure more people got into it with the release of 15, but after that, SNK went pretty dark. Now with the newest SNK release, with Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, I played the beta. Wasn't really for me. I wasn't really digging on how the game was feeling. Just like general game pacing, like the way, like, combos felt, the way you approach neutral, just like the general feel of the game. I just wasn't vibing with.
You just didn't like the pacing of it?
Or
was it more feel?
Both. For definitely both. Just like the overall game, like, you know, not to slight anyone that enjoys that game. If you really fuck with that game, that's awesome.
Not your
Happy
cup of
for you.
tea. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
exactly. But they were, like, pitching so much big things on the line. Like, the prize pool for City of the Wolves, massive. I think it's like a $1.5 or $2 million prize pool.
Wow.
Which is, like, one of the biggest prize pools in fighting games.
That's pretty big, I would say.
But I was like, oh, okay, so, like, maybe they're projecting this game to do really well. It's not doing well.
Really?
As far as I know. And there's, like, a lot of weirdness with, like, the DLC characters as well. Like, I actually showed you them, like, a while back. Like, first off, first DLC character, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, that's that game?
Yes, that is that game. And then the other DLC character was this random fucking, like, DJ from I forget where, but everyone's like, what the fuck are these DLC characters?
Right, just super random.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm straight off that. Like, that's not my bag. So now, like, with this massive prize pool and the game maybe potentially not doing super well, like, I get the sense that SNK is kind of hemorrhaging right now.
Oof. And they were just kind of like grabbing at straws with these weird DLC characters to try to like get interest.
Well, that's in large part with who owns SNK right now. I forget who. Like, don't
fucking FIFA.
don't quote me on this. I think it might be like Saudi Arabian owned or something like that currently. And that's the reason why that DJ's in there. It's like, oh, like I'm a big fan of this DJ or whatever. And it's like,
just so random.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, who knows how sustainable this business model for SNK is going to be. Like, is SNK just going to go under? That would be really sad. Best case scenario, in my mind, if they do go under, they just get absorbed by Capcom.
Yeah.
I'm just like, Capcom will buy out SNK, because then we could get a modern-day Capcom versus SNK 3, and that would be sick.
That would be pretty cool.
Or like a fucking SVC Chaos 2 or something like that. I would be super for that. But yeah, SNK is kind of in a weird place. I don't know how I ended up talking about SNK, but
no, dude,
as always, I like fighting games. I'm sorry.
hell yeah, dude. No, I'm about it.